Y'all know it's the Tru-Man vibe talk. We're living in a WAL-MART world of chaos, and we all know the meaning of insanity. So we gotta change it up to come up and try to avoid the insanity. Let's go.
Police released the shooter's manifesto. They say they found it on his phone after he opened fire inside a busy Walmart, killing 6 people before shooting himself.
I just don't understand why. Why?
He goes on to write, quote, "My only wish would have been to start over from scratch and that my parents would have paid closer attention to my social deficits."
Those were clips from 13 News Now YouTube channel on what happened with the Walmart incident. This gun violence epidemic, is it a matter of gun culture, gun access, bad actors, all three, or something else? Gun violence stems from people who oftentimes feel marginalized and angry, and when they're ignored and isolated, sometimes they strike out in violence or some other way. Violence problem. The Walmart shooter had difficulty dealing with the harassment of others, and wanted his parents, he said, to pay more attention to his social deficits. But maybe by having this discussion today, we will reach somebody and keep them from going down the same path. This is Ray Black of Tru-Man Podcast, your life coach of encouragement, where we focus on gold paradigms and diamond principles. We are back here to resume this countdown to 2023 though. Let's go. Let's talk about having a mindset refresh. 2023 will be the year of adapting and executing and having a ready response to what's coming in the year. Most likely, all of the above on some levels. The key to it all is how we respond to whatever comes. Every once in a while, we all need a mindset refresh. And as the new year approaches, it's a great time for it. Let's refresh. In the last video, we talked about applied vision. What's applied vision? It's vision with action. That's what visioning is all about. Applied vision is just that. See the place where you want to be, see the goal you want to achieve in the next year before it happens, see it in advance, place it in your mind, plan it. It's powerful. It can change our mind on how we see ourselves and how other people view us and what happens in our world. Some people refer to this as the true law of attraction. There are another 3 elements of the winner's mindset that we can discuss. Is that number 3 again, right? That's having your mindset refresh. That's number 1. Adapting to a changing social order that we see in this world, number 2. And being ready to act and execute when it's necessary. 1. Having a mindset refresh is a pathway to clear thinking. The power of having a mindset refresh cannot be overstated. New information and experiences come at us fast. Often, our minds get clogged with a lot of junk, stuff, experiences. We can give our mind a chance to wipe the slate clean, so we could process new information and new experiences without the mental clutter. As a matter of fact, getting rid of mental clutter is so crucial to clear thinking, and clear thinking is so crucial to new experiences because that's what a mindset refresh is all about. Refresh and clear our minds, we may totally change up and charge up how we think, behave, and move. Remember, refresh, adapt. Refresh and adapt. The social landscape has shifted. Have we noticed that? That we've moved the needle to where social capital is more influential than economic capital? It doesn't cancel it out, but like this. Money without social credit, social credibility is more influential than social credit without money. Did I say that right? Let's try that part again. I'm sure we all noticed that the social landscape has shifted. What I've noticed is that we moved the needle to where social capital is more influential than economic capital. It didn't cancel out economic capital, but it put it like this. Money without social credit is less influential than social credit without money. All things being equal. How about that? Now, the social order is that anyone who wants to advance in society must now have good social credibility to use their social capital to advance in general, right? So just as the new social order is materializing and unfolding before us, developing a new personal order is needed as well. We're continually called to adapt to changing norms and a changing landscape. It's adapt or perish. I would argue that the Great Reset is a reference to the fact that the order of things has shifted socially economically and politically from where we were even 15, 10, or 5 years ago. Times are changing, as the saying goes, and we do well to accept it as fact and adapt. For education purposes, let's watch 45 seconds from a video. Check this out.
When we think about our own life, we think about from birth to death. We are in a moment of unbelievable flux and change in society. It's a moment in time where the old ways of doing things, the institutions, the narratives and stories are no longer working, but the new ones are yet to be born. It's an area of high chaos, but also magnificent creativity.
Yes, we are in high chaos and magnificent creativity. That's what a mindset refresh is all about. But for a deeper clearing of our minds, we need to focus on processing out things that don't serve us anymore. Everybody can't go, the crowd can't go through every stage of a journey. And we don't belong at every stage of someone else's journey either. It might be challenging, but I've come to accept that when people walk away, it hurts the most when they're close, but sometimes it's necessary. That's the way life goes. On this pathway, the scenery and the people will change. When we refresh and clear our minds, we may totally change up how we think, behave, move, and the scenery and the people in our lives. Here's a golden insight. When we keep a regimen, a regular repetition of actions designed to bring us success, and sticking to it no matter what comes, it gives us a sense of clarity. Let's try it for this upcoming year and reassess at the end of 2023. Not only do we need a mindset refresh, but we need a what do we do in the face of what is changing around us refresh. One man's program will not be the next man's program because we each have different things going on. But to each man, a journey.
We need a mindset that allows us to be future conscious. And so how we are and act during this moment sets the stage for the next several thousand years.
Paraphrasing, he says that how we are sets the stage for our future existence, and that we need a mindset that allows us to be future conscious. And I believe he promotes a new way to approach future chaos with a new orientation. And I totally agree. All of this takes energy, it takes courage, it takes forethought, because what we come up with should challenge us to live outside our comfort zone. Then we can refresh and adapt and reset. After a reset, what's next? You already know. We act and execute. 3, just be ready to act and execute. Once we go through all that, acting on our clear purpose and goals is the cornerstone of a forward-thinking person. We must be able to execute on go. Acting and executing is the mortar that holds the bricks of our program together. And it's also the pitfall that sends many of us reeling into mediocrity, vice, and self-loathing and isolation. Let's help each other bridge the gap for what may be for some of us a failure to launch into our purpose. If you're at a roadblock where it's difficult to chart your progress, to execute on go and advance your cause, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. I say hit the pause, reset, and refresh button. Push them buttons. Pause first. Do the year in review to see where real change is needed. Shake off what's not needed. Shred what needs to be discarded. Refresh, reset, act, execute. Kind of get in the groove. We're going to put a pin in this conversation right here. Good food to chew on until the next segment. Part 3 in our countdown to the Charge Up 2023. Let's go. This has been Ray Black, your life coach of encouragement, where we focus on gold paradigms and diamond principles. Let's go.